And I know from the work that you've done with the SEB and various different societies that you're also engaged with, I'm sure you have an opportunity to really get out and also explore the environments where these phenomena are occurring as well.
Yes, so actually that's how I really got into that kind of work. I mean, my classical training had nothing to do with that kind of basically that's a form of ecophysiology and that kind of ecophysiological work. I'm not classically trained in that at all. I mean, in terms of my classical studies and my career progression, I didn't really do a whole lot of field work in my undergraduate or my graduate studies. For most of the time, I was in the lab looking at cancer cell lines. I was really inspired after being, in one specific environment where I do a lot of the work is called the intertidal zone. So it's the area between the high tide and low tide mark. And there's a really picturesque area here in Barbados where I live along the east coast of the island called Bathsheba. And there's some really nice intertidal pools. And I was there one day and I was thinking to myself, what happens to these organisms when it's low tide and they're kind of trapped in these intertidal pools? And that led me down a whole rabbit hole of research just by looking at a few papers in the literature. That's how I started this whole research scheme. And since then, I've had graduate students and countless undergraduate project students focus on various aspects of this. So yes, I do get to spend, when I'm out in the field doing field work, a lot of time in the field. Nowadays, I do a lot more administration, so I spend less of the time in the field than I would love. But still, when I do, I always enjoy it.